If you want to see how I made this beautiful marble candle holder, keep watching. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming back to another DIY video. Today I am using these big globes and I'm going to create some unique candle holders. Got these globes from Amazon. I'm going to take the globes and I have three different paints here. I have some green, some blue, and some brown. I'm going to start pouring each color of paint in there a little at a time, just over and over. And you're just going to continue adding paint as needed and moving the bowl around, just kind of spreading it around, moving the bowl around. Just continue to add your paint and continue spreading that paint around. Now just start moving the bowl around. Just continue to move it around and you're just going to continue adding more paint as needed. You want to make sure you get a real good coverage and the paint just start doing a marbling effect. If you happen to have some paint and it doesn't want to pour out easily like this, add some water to it, shake it up real well, then it should be okay. Okay, I'm going to do the rest off camera and I'm going to come back once I get the whole dome covered. Two bowls pretty much covered. Now I'm going to tell you the secret to this. The one thing that I did the last time that I did wrong, see how that paint puddles in there? It's best to let that paint puddle back to the center and then move it around some more. Don't turn the bowl over until the paint is almost dry, because if you do, what's going to happen is the paint is going to start running off and running onto the tablecloth, and it's going to start pulling the paint from the bowl and leaving streak marks where it looks like it doesn't have any paint. Let the paint pretty much dry in there first. I'll just keep moving it around so it can have a really good coverage on here. And I'll let it sit here. See with this one? Oh, it's pulling in there. Okay, now I can just move it around a little bit more. And one other thing I wanted to tell you is that when you have paint puddling in there and you've moved it around enough where it can start drying, then you can take the what's moving around and put it in your next one. I'm going to put Okay, now I'm going to pour this over in here.
Then just repeat the process. At this point, you want to keep swirling the paint around and then turning that bowl upside down and letting it sit on the table for about a minute and then turn it back over. You're going to keep going back and forth like that until the paint dries. Once the paint looks like it's pretty much dried in the bowl, then you're going to set it upright and just let it dry completely.
They are completely dry, and overall, they turn out beautiful. So next, I'm just going to take a little epoxy and put it down the seams. Epoxy on here, and I'm just going to put just a little right in this bottom seam. And that's just to ensure that it stays together.
If you have a problem putting it together, make sure you look at your seam and clean any paint that's in that seam. Once your globe is together, you're going to take a little epoxy and just put it on top right in that seam area. With the rest of your epoxy, let it sit to thicken some and we'll come back with the next step.
My epoxy has thickened up some. And then I go around the rim of it, napkin ring some. Then I put a little epoxy inside the napkin ring. I find this bottom piece here, right there, and I put it on there. Then I invert it over. Because what I want to do is for the epoxy on the inside to come to the top of this and have a better hold.
Now that the bottom base is dried, I'm going to follow those exact same steps to glue the top section on for the candle. Be mindful of the type of candle that you're using. I'm using a heavy candle, so I glued two of the plates together. Once I put this on top, next I'm going to take a level and put it across to be sure that it is level out and straight.
Looking good, you all. Next, I'm going to add this rhinestone ribbon going right down where the seam is. I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to come back and show you all the completed look. Look at there, guys. This was another vision that was in my head. And these turned out absolutely beautiful. Look at there. Look at the shine on there. Rhinestone ribbon on there. down at the bottom.
These are going in my bedroom, so please come back to see how I display them on top of my chest.
Thank you guys for coming back and watching another DIY creation of mine. I appreciate it so much. Thank you to all of my subscribers and my 33 new subscribers this month. It seems like you all are loving what I'm doing, so I'm just going to keep right on going. And you all have a blessed day.
My DIY Glam boycott bill is coming up very soon. So if you haven't subscribed, you might want to subscribe so you do not miss it. It's going to be beautiful.